Wednesday, the 3rd of March, English. Handwriting first, and then our learning objective is to use the features of a non-chronological report. You are going to continue your research and your writing today on your chosen animal. This is our poetry that you're going to be writing out beautifully today, a poem called The Aliens Have Landed. Wonder what animal you've chosen to write your report about, that you're carrying out your research on. Interesting if any of you have chosen an orangutan or maybe even a tarantula. Well, this is a reminder to include information on classification that we learned about last week in science. What animal group do they belong to? And what features do they have because of belonging to that group? Are they warm-blooded or cold-blooded, I wonder? So here are the features that we're looking at, and today you're going to be particularly focusing on interesting, clear, accurate and detailed information and carefully selected vocabulary. So you will have already chosen 3 paragraphs to research about. Okay, so I'm going to read a little bit more about the Tonga lizard. The Tonga lizard lives in a multitude of habitats due to its adaptive qualities. As long as the temperature is hot, the Tonga lizard will survive. In tropical areas, it will create burrows in the undergrowth, shielding it from predators. In sub-Saharan regions, it will cover itself in sand. This means most countries will be inhabited by these amazing creatures. What does the Tonga lizard eat? So you might call that paragraph diet as a more general term instead of a question. Equally, it is fine to start your subheading with a question like in this report. The Tonga lizard is omnivorous, meaning it eats both plants and meat. It mostly feasts on small grubs found on the forest floors and within sandy dunes. So this is very detailed information, not just saying about the climate, but where it makes its homes within that country or that climate. This supplies the lizard with most of its protein. It has sharp talons, which are great for tearing apart its prey. It will also munch on fallen, decaying leaves. Before being an omnivore, it was in fact a herbivore, and so it actually adapted to its environment over hundreds of years. It has an acidic tummy which sucks all the nutrients it needs out of its food. In addition to this, that's a good conjunction to start with, its tummy can adapt in size for when food is in short supply. Wow, that is interesting. I didn't know a creature could do that. And then it goes on to talk about the creature and why it's endangered. So you can continue reading that. Okay, so your task today is your handwriting as usual. And then lots of people didn't do this yesterday. They didn't gather. Magpie, I called it yesterday, gathered the language from this report that might be useful for your report on your animal. So does your animal need to camouflage itself? Is it a mammal? Is it good at defending itself? Does it have predators? Might you use the word capture? Extremely fast, that's very descriptive. So, first part of your task, if you didn't do it yesterday, which you should have done, magpie the language that is going to be appropriate for your report. Continue your research and gathering information, remembering the research needs to include detailed information about the climate of where the creature normally lives, about whether it's adapted to its habitat. These will be written, so now you're finishing off your research. If you've just done 3 or 4 bullet points, that I don't think is going to be enough, so go back and add more. So by the end of today, your research, you will have gathered all of your research, so you will then be ready to write your report. Great, I look forward to reading your writing. Here are the websites that you can use to continue your research.